welcome to Rolling Insight, the YouTube D&D talk show where we talk about the previous episode of Not Good Enough. I'm your host, Dylan. These are my wonderful peoples. I say hello, wonderful peoples.
My wonderful peoples.
You can't make me.
Okay. That's Violet, and that's my secondary host, Gray. They are going to be continued to be called secondary host until, the Monster of the Week gets uploaded.
Yeah.
And I don't mean catch the hare.
What?
And I don't mean catch the hare.
Fine, you don't get all the catch the hare lore.
Haha! Violet has just sent me the first episode of Catch the Hare.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
So that may be a thing in the future.
Yeah!
Finally.
Unlike our lost episodes of Not Good Enough that no one will ever see.
Because they were too cringe.
Hi, Toto.
I don't know, the one where Quiche isn't the building popped up was really good. That's where Deaded came from.
Deaded. Quiche is in the building. Let's not forget Milo's trying to take a full lamppost to a police officer.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The lamppost of power.
We might be seeing a lot more of Milos now because I convinced Jake that we got some Friday night for him. So Mumford, while you're on vacation, is going to be replaced by a Milos.
Wow.
We could never replace you. Except for when we're replacing you.
Now that I'm
Appreciate
looking
that.
at Mumford's stats, you should be a lot more powerful than you are, Mumford.
Hey, stop
Oh.
power shaming Mumford.
Yes. A lot of power is dependent on dice, which is all luck.
So, you've got your unarmored defense. You got your spells. You got your one counter spell.
One spell just for me.
Just for you. One counter spell.
I'll be sure to cherish it.
Lythandor Smite, which, by the way, is just, useful.
Yes. It's funny as for a big fuck you to villains I randomly punch.
Ugh. It hurts. It hurts me.
I punch
Doesn't matter
Kabor.
me, keep doing it.
Yeah!
So, I announced very recently, what was it? A couple weeks, like a week ago, that we're getting into not the end game per se, but the last few arcs of Not Good Enough's first campaign,
Yeah.
which is exciting because we've never seen our players be low level before because we've lost a couple episodes to time.
The ether somewhere.
I also want to point out Mumford has a pyro converter.
Don't think
Not-
it's ever actually been fired.
It has never been
It
fired.
has been. It
Has
has been.
When?
Claire used it. Claire used it.
When?
Excuse me, we have used a flamethrower. This child did it.
He pulled it out of Mumford's backpack while Mumford was down and,
I don't remember
They're
this.
responsible.
fired it. Remember, kids, use the pyro converter without your parents' supervision.
I don't
Also,
They
think
don't
you're a
need-
good influence.
also, last episode,
No.
in attempts to give Mumford a cool robot arm, the Dungeon Master thought it was gonna be fine to cut off Mumford's arm.
You roboted a bit.
Yes.
Well, no one else heard my roboting.
We're hearing your roboting, and we're gonna continue to point it out.
Am I still
Because
roboting?
we're people too. Yes.
I don't know how to fix that.
Leave and rejoin. That
Fine.
tends to do it for me.
Welcome back.
I am
We missed you.
here. I am king.
You're non-binary. You're not king.
I am
Yeah, you're a monarch.
monarch, which is a cooler title.
Exactly.
Has anyone noticed that, like, non-gendered titles are just cooler?
That might partially be because you are, in fact, non-gendered.
That is true. That may be true.
And I'm going to be honest, parent doesn't have the same effect as mummy.
Parent is still really funny, because imagine a young child, like, walking into your room dead of night. Parent, I've thrown up.
I would be
I
like,
don't normally make demands of people, but you need to keep that accent forever.
I would like to tell. If my child ever said that to me, I would be like,
Yeet the
whatever Victorian ghost possessed my child, please leave before I start an exorcism.
whatever Victorian ghost has possessed my child.
You want a Capri Sun?
So I've started to notice that Mumford has a lot of skills that Mumford never really uses.
I don't get to.
To be fair, we don't do skills an awful lot.
Yeah, but
No.
reckless attack.
Oh, I thought you meant like acrobatics.
Oh, no, we do skills a bunch. There was that time we were in a cave and we had to jump from shit to shit.
Yeah, I remember.
We got.
Got any other examples?
Climbing the mountain to Goliath Bar.
That did happen. Yes.
Climbing down
Years and years ago.
climbing down the mountain to get to the White Dragon.
Let's face it, it's not a very skilly group.
Nice defense for not using reckless attack is I don't use my abilities half the time anyway.
So why would you use them recklessly?
Exactly. I need a smart player supervision, otherwise I get scared.
I'm also surprised Mumford hasn't used bolstering magic.
It's kind of using bolstering magic now when I can choose which ability, like which wild magic thing I rolled that I want to use, is less appealing.
It's not for you. It's for your It's for your friends because you can roll a d4 to regain one expended spell slot.
Fucking forgot about that. That would be good to use.
Okay, you're just biting me now.
Oh.
Right. Toto decided, no, I don't want pets.
She wants violence.
Yeah.
Violence! Violence!
Okay, Toto, what do you have to say to the people?
Now.
She got scared.
Oh,
She got scared of the mic.
pet her.
I am petting her.
I've heard their magic.
But yeah, like, bolstering magic would be useful for you.
It would.
And since we've replaced the D3 to a D4, because, again, What maniac has a D3?
D6 divided by 2. Go on.
D6 erasure.
I'm gonna continue using a D4, even if it fucking kills me.
That would be a sight to see.
A D4 killing me?
That's Bane.
But I've started homebrewing a little bit more, so I'm homebrewing the creature that we're going to be facing against in Dreaded Twilight for Not Good Enough. And the Architect and Kavor are getting a stat block, which I'm super excited for. Because we've been, like, waiting for that fight. We forgot to roll Insight. We should probably do that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can lie the shit off lie my ass off today.
What happened?
Got a 17.
Got an 18.
God damn it! God damn it!
Why don't you have a plus 11 to insight?
Well, fuck it,
See,
I have a
that's what
plus
you-
12.
That's what you get for inviting a wisdom caster to your thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just imagining if Isadora ever picks up an expertise in, like, her wisdom-based checks, I'm gonna be like, what would
Like
you
perception.
like? Yeah, what would you like to see? You already see God. What do you see?
Well,
More
I do have
dog.
I do have expertise in perception.
Oh my
That
God,
makes
right,
sense.
dude. So you should have, like, plus
Plus 16.
16? Yeah, that makes sense. Jesus.
And due to observant, that's why my passive is 31.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Going off track ever so slightly, I'm sure people won't mind. In Pathfinder 2e, there is a feat for the investigator, where if you walk into a room and there's something amiss, the GM has to give you a hint as to what it is. Or with the passive perception that high, you pretty much just have to straight up tell me.
Yeah, exactly. So, by the way, yeah, let's go on to that. So, for however long Gray needs for the rat campaign that we're having a rat campaign, which we're all very excited for.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't. Gray, do you know how long that'll be?
No idea.
All right.
I have the lore at least. I just like knowing characters before I get the meat of writing.
Okay.
Law.
Lore.
So we're gonna have a short break in between me DMing again with Gray DMing, and then we're gonna go back to me DMing. And
Ideally, no one else will develop phobias next time.
Grrr.
I
I'm
was just
sorry.
talking about
That's
this.
fine.
Gray has given me a fear of mushrooms in comic books.
I'm sorry.
Because if you remember, mushrooms were the problem in your other Monster of the Week thing.
Yeah.
I just think you're objectively an awesome Monster of the Week.
Yes.
You.
Sorry if my speech is a bit stinted, but Joey has decided that my legs would look better as a pincushion.
How?
But yeah, so Gray's got some DMing for a mouse campaign, and then we're gonna go back to me. We're gonna start the second campaign of Not Good Enough with 12 episodes of Pathfinder. Or at
Yeah.
least 5. It's
Perhaps 2.
yeah, perhaps 2, because if we don't like the combat system, we're gonna be like, fuck it.
It's interesting. You seem to think that that's the one people won't like the most.
Yeah.
Whereas, typically, that's the one thing Pathfinder's praised most on.
For me, I just know that 5e, because from what I know about the Pathfinder system, you have multiple actions that you can take in a turn. Correct?
But yeah, like anything.
Yeah, but like attacking is one action, and then you can take a minus to do another attack. Correct?
Oh, -4.
Exactly.
Oh, plus circumstance.
Yeah.
Well, for multiple attacks, you got a multiple attack penalty. So after every strike, it's a -4, and then another one a -8. But that's as high as it goes. If you're using an agile weapon, it goes to -3 and then -6.
Yeah.
And things like the Monk's Flurry of Blows allow you to make 2 attacks, and then you add the penalty afterwards. So you can do both attacks without any penalty.
Oh.
So, there are ways around it.
Yeah. And for me, I'm just thinking that D&D 5e has multi attacks for a lot of characters that don't take any penalties. So
yeah, so there definitely is a difference,
yeah.
And it's going to be something that maybe some people can't switch to.
But if we don't like it, I still like the character creation of Pathfinder, so we just might keep the character sheets.
Just might take a bit of reworking.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We could be playing our very own game. The first ever.
Not good enough. Whatever.
Not good enough. Wild style.
If we're just making our own game, I'm just gonna make up a fucking name for it.
That is normally one of the main things about making something.
Yeah, I know. I saw on TikTok the other day a very cool idea of just making a skill tree based leveling system. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Skill trees are amazing in video games. They would be annoying to work with.
Yeah, so
on paper.
D&D 3 and the original Pathfinder had a lot of skill trees, and that was annoying to a lot of people. And it's described as building your character from level 20 down.
Yeah.
Because, you just spend your time looking at the best ones and then finding out, okay, how do I get there? And it's a lot less living in the moment.
Yeah, and I think Pathfinder does a better job of that. I think Pathfinder actually does a better job of character creation. It allows you to create...
You can make a bird with teeth.
Exactly. Pathfinder's character creation is actually allowing for, you to... no character would be the same.
Yeah.
And what how they've split the skill feats away from the, more combat feats.
Yeah.
So you can take things which are flavorful, and it doesn't actually make an impact in combat.
Actually, let's go to Pathfinder. Since we're talking about it, let's go to Path Builder.
Tengu, I really not to keep talking about Tengus, but that's the only race I've looked at. They have a really cool ability called Squawk, and I think it's really cute. Basically, if they mess up in conversation, they could just do a really awkward bird thing, like ruffling their feathers or squawking. To avoid the consequences.
I also really like the different proficiencies of skills.
Thievery.
Trained, expertise, mastery, legendary. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So, for those who are unfamiliar, when you get proficiency in Dungeons and Dragons, you just get a flat rate that increases as you level up. In Pathfinder 2, you can become trained, expertise, master, legendary, and each one adds a +2 onto the last one. So +2, +4, +6, +8. And as long as you have any of those, you also get to add your level to the proficiency.
Yeah,
Which
which
means that even if you're just trained in stealth, you're going to be a hell of a lot better than somebody who's never stealthed in their life.
yeah, it's scary how good like some of your fucking skills get, because man, at some point somebody's gonna be rolling 30s and I'm gonna be like, fuck. But I'm just looking at everything for Pathfinder, and Vi's been sending a lot of Pathfinder stuff because she really wants to do Pathfinder.
Get attached.
And she's
It does
getting
have
me.
a lot of cool stuff.
She's getting me insanely excited. Like, my hit points are 17 at level 1.
Yeah, well, because you not only does your class determine your hit points, but you get a certain amount of hit points based on your heritage or ancestry.
And I think having ancestries are cool. Having ancestry feats is a really cool thing to add to a game to make it more like
Customizable.
I think, but yeah, I really think if we're going to use anything from Pathfinder, it's going to be the character sheet, because I think the character sheet's amazing.
The main downside I can see, especially when going from 5e, is it's a lot more complicated.
Yeah, it is.
More, not so much in the building, because you mentioned Path Builder, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
But more in the, I've got so many things to do.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
It's going to be a lot of keeping track. Speaking of which, I have to give Path Builder to Jake so he can take a look at it.
And, again, this is just for anyone who doesn't know, everything in Pathfinder 2 is completely free, available online. A website called the Archives of Nethys, which is just everything. And that's just part of their SRD.
Yep.
Or whatever it's called.
The only thing, because I really like the D&D 5e combat system, is because it's very straightforward for me. But with Pathfinder 2, I can just give you guys your level ups and let you have at it.
Dylan releases us onto the world with Path Builder characters.
Oh, and I want to just take a quick second to talk about archetypes.
Yes.
Because they are incredible. In Days of Dungeons and Dragons Old, you had prestige classes. And I guess this is kind of the closest thing, where you could build on top of your classes using a different but similar class. But archetypes allow you, while you're continuing in your class, to take feats from such a wide variety of other almost semi-classes. Like there's Acrobat, first one off the list, which allows you, instead of, maybe you're at level 4, you're thinking, I don't really need another feat to swing my sword better, but I would like to be able to move better. So you just take an Acrobat feat, the Acrobat archetype. Or Herbalist, if that structure fancy. And, just scrolling through the list, there are, I'm going to say hundreds, it might not be hundreds, it's more than 20. But around pretty much anything you can think of. If you want to be a superhero with a secret identity, pick Vigilante. If if you really like using scrolls, there's a scroll trickster archetype you can take. And this is also how multi-classing works. So you'll always level up in your main class, but you can just grab feats from other classes.
as you can see, we're very excited to at least use the character sheets.
Yeah.
Violet's very excited for everything else. I'm just like, man, this is pretty.
What about the Gunslinger class? You're excited for that, right?
I am super excited for Gunslinger class. I you know what? Because I've been thinking about.
About?
Nothing. I've got him.
Dun dun dun.
Suspense.
Momo has entered the chat.
You been thinking about Momo?
Good thing Robert is also at the door.
So yeah, we've been super excited about Pathfinder. I'm super excited to tell us a little bit of information about at least where we're going to be at in the main campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out the trusty calendar.
Yes, that thing.
As you can see, this is my trusty calendar for the world of Eltonia. 39 days in the current month of Wars. We're on day 17. We're about to have a time skip of about 2 weeks.
Wow.
So some downtime, which is very exciting. And then we're going to have another downtime for about a month, so Violet can do some changes if she wants.
Wink wonk.
Okay, now that sounds fishy.
So we're going to entirely skip over Blaeus, go into Kinnan. Kinnan's going to be fun. Ilson. So.
I've got a lore question.
Yeah!
It's a really dumb lore question, but like, I was thinking about how Walrus sounds like walrus and how that's a month of dreaded twilight. Do people like to dress up as like walruses? Is there like those pun like that for walrus?
There's at least one.
Yeah, that's cute.
One.
And on Dreaded Twilight, on Kenku Island, an actual thing.
Dylan sends all my extra lore questions I don't know what to do with to Kenku Island.
On
Beast Island.
On Kenku Island, to kind of immortalize the first the first person to be like the first person other than a Kenku to be on Kenku Island. The Kenkus do say walrus.
Thought they said fuck.
They say fuck all the time, but on the Dreaded Twilight they say walrus.
That's beautiful. To them, that's Walrus Day.
Yeah, to them it's Walrus Day. So we're going to go to. So, by the way, we are in the era of Samuel the Gracious.
Of course.
So, the next campaign is going to be on.
You alluded to off recording campaign we do with all casters. What era is that in? Like in the last episode.
The era of the caster campaign is I don't remember the era name because I didn't think of it back then. I'm going to say the beginning of the technological era.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the caster campaign's starting to become a little bit more prevalent in the main campaign.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Can't wait
This
Can't
is all
wait
the
for-
people being asked for.
Yeah, maybe Scylla and Mercy will return because they're the most likely to live the longest.
No, I think Scylla, Mercy, Mr. Satan. I'm running out of names.
Wow.
Amelia before she was a Frankenstein.
Amelia before she was a Frankenstein.
Oh,
Amelia
yeah,
was
we did that level 20.
Amelia was the first to die, actually.
Not shocking.
Everyone's dead from that campaign. That's how the architect.
Everyone?
Yeah, that's how the architect is out and about now.
Damn.
I bet it
They're
was
like-
Mr. Satan.
God damn it, Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan is Jake's character and is so shockingly mean, it's weird to hear.
Yeah, it really is. So
For one, Jake's not a mean person. For another, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the way,
So we don't have many Dungeons and Dragons games with bad people.
yeah. The start of the second campaign will be in Ilson in the year 2188.
Wow. In
hello.
the 80s.
And I'm currently choosing between the country Kilale or in Velas near the Giants
Wow.
Pass, because I do like the Giants Pass. I don't want to do Kilale because Critical Role's starting to do a desert campaign, and I think that would just be copying at that point.
See, they never have to worry about copying us.
Yeah, I know, right?
So unfair.
So unfair.
Agree. I'd like to think that my rat campaign starts, in a time that no one can suss out. And I think that's beautiful.
A long time ago in a galaxy, maybe.
But
Well-
ideally in a galaxy.
It has to be after Jeff.
Not exactly sure.
It has to be after at least Jerry Squeakins is alive.
Yes. Which does not help with the time. Jerry Squeakins has been around.
Also, Jerry Squeakins has been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Must
Poor
have a
Jer-
very interesting gravestone.
It's a couple of twigs.
They would immortalize him better. It's a little pretty rock they found.
A
Priceless gem.
a couple of other things. The start of the campaign, I forgot. I actually figured this out last night. The beginning of the campaign starts off in a city. No, sorry, a country that is bordered just because it's the corpse of a dead god.
Yeah. Is it gonna be Kavor?
It's
Eat
not gonna be
shit, Kavor.
Are you sure? Do you want us to kill him?
Eat-
Just make him into a contract quickly?
Yeah.
Let's
No.
talk
Kill,
about it.
kill.
No, it's not gonna be Kavor. I have a bunch of dead gods in my lore. Okay. There's the one that killed Dinah.
Is Artheos dead?
Artheos.
God of death.
Ha. No.
Thanks.
Coward.
No, I need that for heavenly resources.
Oh my god, heavenly resources!
Yes. I
forgot.
still want to do that eventually.
What's that?
Heavenly resources. It's like HR but for gods and celestial beings.
So it is going to be the corpse of the Devourer,
Ooh.
who caused a great storm over Give me a second while I take out my notes.
You don't know all of this off by heart? How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you?
But I'm
What'd she do?
not running the game. What?
Huh.
You make no sense, funny man, with your funny words.
I like you, funny man. Opscop.
Pardon?
Opscop. There was a great storm
Oh.
above Opscop, and a great hero destroyed that fucker.
Yeah,
Ca-
take that.
Causing the god to crash down, destroying all of Opscop, and people started going around the corpse. A couple of people ate from the corpse.
Tasty. That's
Then you
gotta
get
taste
some
heavenly.
horrific being without a soul and hell bent on being other gods. Or anybody with godly power.
Well, we'll talk about the people that ate from the god. But
That's a yes.
it's completely hollowed out and is now a country called Opscop. The head being the capital, obviously.
Obviously.
Of course.
Um,
Those tourist pictures ought to be weird.
right? I'm at the thumb. I'm at the dick.
And this one's called the distal phalange. There are 10 phalanges. You gotta narrow it down, buddy.
I think there's something wrong with the left phalange.
Which phalange?
Which left phalange?
Well, okay, that's not part of the reference, so it doesn't count.
Reference?
It's from Friends.
Oh. Man, I haven't watched
Phoebe
Friends.
claims that there's something wrong with the left phalange to try and stall the plane that Rachel's on.
Right.
Oh.
It's like a serious thing. It's part of the climax of the whole will they won't they romance thing. That never should have happened because they're both awful people.
They're all awful people, including Phoebe. Anyways.
Yeah, but Chandler's not that bad.
Yeah, Chandler's the only one that's not that bad.
Objectively, he's a relatively decent person.
But yeah,
Mild transphobia aside.
Phoebe's the worst. Anyways.
Really?
Okay, we'll have this conversation after,
Yeah,
in which
have this
I'll provide receipts for Phoebe. Anyways, so we're gonna be starting Ilson in the corpse of a dead god, because I completely disregarded the army plot that I was coming up with last year. I was like, man, army, no. Dead god,
Not tonight.
yes.
Kill God. Kill God.
I've killed at least 3 gods in my lore.
If you keep killing them, they're not going to show up to your house anymore.
Agreed.
You guys are about to kill a 4th and 5th one, maybe.
You're welcome.
It's called ordering a hit, Dylan.
Yes, but I don't pay you.
What?
What?
Then what's this I've been getting in the mail?
That's not from me, Gray.
It says from Dylan.
Dylan who?
It says from Dylan, and that's it.
Would you like to be doxxed?
That's Doc's Dylan. They
Does
live
it-
in Canada.
Oh, yeah, live in Canada. But which part of Canada? Nobody knows.
Canada part.
You just narrowed it down perfectly. Except, from my analysis, no human lives in the Canada part of Canada.
I can agree to that, actually.
Therefore, Dylan actually be a cat with a very weird microphone.
Whoa, Dylan, you're a cat.
As established in previous Not Good Enough lore, I'm a werewolf.
You can be a cat and a werewolf.
Yeah, a cat that turns into a wolf. No, 9 days a week.
Now, I'll stick
Double
with...
the animal.
I will stick with being just a werewolf. I mean, I'm not a werewolf, but if I were to stick with something, it would be being a werewolf.
Dylan admitted it.
You
Dylan
do know
admitted it.
Right?
Huh?
You do know it's a full moon right now, right?
Not here, it ain't.
Go on. Oh, woo.
I will not woo.
Not even a little oh, woo.
Not even a little woo.
You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it.
I didn't.
Dylan wooed.
But did Dylan do the other thing?
Real hard.
Dab?
It's on recording.
Yes.
Yes, I've dabbed. I dabbed again.
Holy shit.
But, Ashley dabbing on you. She caught one in my lake.
So, yeah. I think that's the end of the show. Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh,
do all
Catch the Hair is coming.
Catch the Hair is coming
Yeah.
possibly next week.
Yeah. Look forward to finally understanding our references.
I also look forward to understanding your references. Because I
Yeah,
don't know shit.
Dylan got spammed with spiders one day.
And no one will tell me why. Vi
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
has arachnophobia now, and no one will tell me why.
We've told you why. Grey.
I'm sorry.
So look
A
for
lot of it.
Catch the Hair. Look for Monster of the Week, which whenever that comes out. Gray.
It should be soon.
You said that back when there were 10 animatics.
Yes. But also, there's more animatics now.
How many?
There's stuff going on in my life.
Gray, I need to know
Yeah.
how many.
There's 14.
Jesus Christ.
I'm cutting it off.
So it's
This
going
is
to
why
be,
we can't have nice things.
it's going to be at least halfway animatic.
Full animation's never coming, don't ask.
And if you do ask, me and Rachel will personally kill you because Gray works too much.
Hey, I can kill people.
Yeah, Violet, come over here, kill me.
Yeah, I might not.
Oh,
I
thank
do
you.
kind of like you.
I do kind of like you too.
And
you.
no one
Stick
likes Dylan.
We
Oh, some
like
people
you, Dylan.
Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, please. We need-
Vaccinate.
Vaccinate, vote.
If you insist.
Please vaccinate. We need more people vaccinated, so I can
Please.
feel safe going to a movie.
Oh, so I should say
So-
only vote if you're not an idiot.
Yes.
Yes. And we will see you guys next time on Not Good Enough. Bye.
Oh.
Oh.
Dylan,